Welcome to Tabletop Baseball Plus. Where we put the plus in action today is we're going to do some boxing. Title Bout 2 boxing. It's time to bring that back out into the fold. And we've got Randal Cobb versus Gerry Cooney. I thought this would be a good matchup of a couple sluggers, a couple tough guys. I don't know. I just thought it would be a good matchup. The Irishman against the Texan. I don't know if he's actually from Texas or not, but Randal Cobb. So let's get this thing started. First of all, Gerry Cooney, as you can see in his special section here, he has self-doubts. Randal Cobb has nothing there. But Gerry Cooney, he's a self-doubter. He's not a real big believer in himself sometimes. He has confidence issues and puts tremendous pressure on himself before a bout. So prior to round 1, obtain a random number, and on a 1 to 20, you're going to reduce the fighter's CF ratings by 1. If the fighter is ahead in scoring after 3 rounds, restore his CF back to normal. So right now, they're both sluggers, so he's a 9 and an 8, but with the adjustment, Cooney is a 10, Cobb's a 9. So we'll see. This is prior to the bout. Random number's a 53, so it's not a 1 to 20. So no reduction there. And we'll just slide that back in there randomly. And we're ready to get this fight underway. Cooney he is the aggressor. As you can see, he's an 8. Cobb's a 7. So the first random number will be a 26. First of all, let's look at the defense. They're both pluses. So it's going to raise the punches landed for both fighters. So he's a 1 to 34. Cobb's going to be a 1 to 30. So 26 punches landed, and 49 is going to be a 2-point cross for Gerry Cooney. So does Cooney keep control? He does. He's a 10. Random number 72, so ring movement, ring center. They stay in the center ring. So does Cooney keep control? He does. 51 is going to be clinching. He retains control. 21, punches landed. 67 is going to be a 3-point uppercut. So Cooney, definitely the aggressor, a 10. Still with Cooney. And a random number of 10 is going to be punches landed. Has to be 5 or less to get the knockdown chance. And a 20 is going to be a 3-point hook. So Cobb taking a beating already. 4 is going to be stay with Cooney. 30 right at the end of the punches landed, but well, not really. You had the 4. And an 11 is going to be a 2-point jab. So Cooney coming out on fire here. 3 stays in control. Actually, yeah, he stays in control. 28 is going to be punches landed. And a 16 is going to be a 2-point jab. So Cobb needs to get that defense going. He's been known to leave his chin out there a little bit. 5 is going to be stay with Cooney. He is dominating this fight already. 45, and that'll be clinching. 9 stays with Cooney. 48 is going to be clinching. A 1 stays with Cooney. Possible foul. And he's a foul of, he's an A. So 10, there will be no foul. 19, Cooney finally loses control. Tex Cobb cannot gain it. Cooney cannot. Cobb cannot. Cooney does. 69. And that'll be a ring movement. They stay in the center. Neither man can budge the other one. 6 stays with Cooney. 20. Punches landed. 44. 3-point cross. Randal Tex Cobb is playing. I don't know what he's playing. He's not playing offensively, that's for sure. 16, Cooney loses it. But Cobb cannot gain control. Cooney cannot. Cobb cannot. No. Cooney, no. Cobb. Cooney, no. Cobb, no. Cooney, no. Cobb, yes. Finally, nearing the end of the round. 32, and that's gonna be a punches missed and a possible counter punch. 58 though is gonna be clinching, so he misses. Does Cobb regain control? He does. 55 is gonna be clinching. And that's the end of the round. 15 Zippo for Cobb, as maybe he's trying to conserve energy. 15 for Cooney. 0 for Cobb. That's going to drop Cobb's endurance down to 65. They both started at 80. Cooney stays at 80. And so 15 zip win. The high score wins around 10-9. Automatically, we don't need to go to a check on that one. So it's all 10s for Cooney and 9s for Cobb. This is going to be a 10-rounder, by the way. So round 2, Cooney in control. Let's reset. And he stays in control. Actually, we go to the random number, 22. Punches landed. 68. And it's a 3-point uppercut. Cooney charging out. So a 10, and he stays in control. He's pretty confident in this fight, for sure. And a 56 is going to be clinching. 12, he loses it. Tex Cobb does gain control here. 70 is ring movement. They stay in the center. Stays in control. That's a 1. So a mistake by Cooney. Cobb gets a 1. So possible knockdown. KD a 8. Cooney's a 1. So it's going to be a 4-point punch by Cooney. Cobb, excuse me, Cobb. He's on the board. And he stays in control. 52 is clinching, but he loses control. Cooney does get it with a 1. 75 is going to be a ring movement. They stay in the center. 12, he loses it. Cobb cannot gain it. Cooney, no. Cobb, yes. And a 50 is going to be clinching. Cobb, nope. Cooney, yes. 33. And that is a punches landed. When you add Cobb's defense, he's a 34. So 33 is in the zone, in the range there. And a 79 is going to be a 2-point uppercut. So Cooney loses control. Cobb cannot get it. Cooney, no. Cobb, no. Cooney, yes. 46 is clinching. Cooney, no. Cobb, yes. 39. Punches missed. Cobb, no. Cooney, no. Cobb, no. Cooney, no. Cooney, yes. 10. 10 is within his range, so 66 is going to be ring movement. They stay in the center. He keeps control. 62 is going to be ring movement. They stay in the center. 19, he loses it. Cobb gains it. Can he land a punch? 10, he does. And it's a 72, which is a 2-point uppercut. So that's the end of the round as he keeps control, but that is the end of the round. We'll go to round 3. Move those cards in, and it's a 6-5 in points. Cobb gets 6. Cooney with 5. So that's going to drop Cooney to 72 endurance, or 74, excuse me. And then Cobb will go down to 60. And we need to check, we need to pull a random card out here and check the judges. Low score, high score, low score. So the two judges, Judge 1 and 3, score it for the low score. Cooney, 10-9. So Judge 1 gives it to Cooney, 10-9. Judge 2 sees it correctly. Cobb wins it. But Judge 3 leans towards Cooney. And we're off to round 3, scheduled for 10. I like to flip them this way. I'm a little different. I flip the card this way. That's just more natural. I don't know why. 46, Cooney is in control. 46 is going to be clinching. And he loses control. Cobb gains it. 13, punches landed. Result of 15, and that'll be a 3-point hook. 11, so he loses it. Cooney does get it. 44, punches missed. He regains control. 77 is going to be ring movement. Far corner, so they finally move. Cooney moves Cobb into the far corner. And his control factor goes up 1, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. My bad, it's +2 because they're sluggers. If they were boxers, it'd been +1. So +2 to Cooney. So he's now a 12. But he loses control. Cobb gains control. And it's an 11, so he lands a punch. And 33. 33 is a 3-point cross. Still up against the ropes, though, and he loses control. Cooney does not get it. Cobb does not get it. Cooney gets control. And a 1, so possible knockdown. Oh, a KD 15, and Cobb's a 0, though. 0 to 15 is a 5-pointer, and that releases the killer instinct. 7 cards for Cooney. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 cards, and we'll look at the random number only. So it's a possible foul. He's an A. No foul. 18, punches landed. and a 60 possible cut. 60 is a 2-point combination. Cobb's cut factor is a 4. And we get an 18, so we'll go to this number since we're looking for a random number at this point. So no cut. No cut. And 80 is ring movement. And they will go to the center ring. So they go back to the center. Does Cooney keep control? 14, he does not. Cobb, no. Cooney, yes. He's back to a 10 actually on his control factor. 50. 50 is clinching. Stays in control. 24. Punches landed. And a 24 is a 3-point hook. 10. Cooney stays in control. An 11. Punches landed. And a result of 80 is a 2-point uppercut. He stays in control. 32 is punches landed. Result of 20 is a 3-point hook. So Cooney not messing around here. 7 stays in control. A 6. Not going to be knocking him down though. Punches landed. It's a 1-point partially blocked punch. 7 keeps control. 37 is punches missed and a possible counterpunch by Cobb. That's a 2. So possible knockdown, counterpunch. And a 16, and Cooney's a 1. So it's a 5-pointer for Cobb. And Killer Instinct will be run out the round here. 69 is going to be ring movement, and so they move, and that's the end of the round. So a little flurry, a little bit of a flurry there by Cobb at the end of the round. But time runs out. It's an 11 for Cobb, 16 for Cooney. 16-11. I'll bring this in here. So 11 is going to be subtracted from here. It's going to be a 63. And then 16 from 60 is 44. Right? Alright, so it was a 5-point victory. And points wise. So 1 to 6 we need to check the referees when it's a 1 to 6 differential. We pull a card out of the middle and we go Judge 1 gives it to the low scorer. So Cobb's going to get this one from Judge 1. Judge 2 gives it to the high scorer, which is Cooney. And then Judge 3 says low scorer. So it's a 2-to-1 on the judges' cards in favor of Cobb in round 3. So I'm going to take a little time out, shuffle the cards. I have 3 decks here, and we will get back to action. Okay, so we're ready for round 4. Cooney, the 71, and that's going to be ring movement. Near ropes. He moves Cobb back to the near ropes. And he gets a +2 on his control factor, so 1's definitely going to keep him in control. 68, ring movement. And they move back to the center. So 6, he stays in control. A 4, and that is a possible knockdown. And we get a KD of 15 on a 0. It's going to be a 5-pointer. Killer Instinct is activated. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cobb's going to have to withstand the Killer Instinct. 10. Punches landed. 72 is 2-point uppercut. 78 is ring movement. They stay in the center. 75, ring movement. Stay in the center. And 79 is ring movement. And they stay in the center. So he withstands a pretty mild Killer Instinct there by Gerry Cooney. 3, he'll stay in control. Cooney will. Foul possible. But he's an A on the fouls. So 43, and that'll be just a keep fighting, no foul. 10, stays in control. Another possible foul, no foul, it's an 18. 10, he stays in control. 56, clinching. Control factor 1, Cooney stays in control. A 19, punches landed. 29, 2-point hook. Cooney stays in control. 12, his punches landed. And a 38, it'll be a 3-point cross. 9 plus 3 is 12. 4, Cooney in control. 31, punches landed. And 11 is going to be a 2-point jab. Cobb just kind of playing some defense, trying to play defense. 1, stays with Cooney. 50 is clinching. 6, stays with Cooney. And a 1, possible knockdown. And it's an 8. That'll be 4-pointer. And 11. So Cooney finally loses control here. Cobb does get control. 63, however, is going to be clinching. Cobb keeps control. 52, clinching. 10, he loses control, and it goes to Cooney. 66 is ring movement. Far ropes. So he gets Cobb backed up to the far ropes here in the remaining seconds of the round and loses control, and that's the end of the round. So it is a dominating 4th round. Cooney with 18. Cobb with a Zippo. 18-0. So Cobb 44 minus 18, 34. And 20, 26. Correct, 26, so 63. Cooney breezing right along here. And an 18-point victory requires a check. So let's drop one out of here. High score, even. So the high score, if the judges give it to the high score, it's a 10-8. If it's an even, if the judge says it's even, then it's a 10-9 for the high score. So it's a 10, all 10s for Cooney. 9, 9, 8 is how it goes. And we're ready for round number 5, halfway through the bout, almost. 6, punches landed for Cooney, in control. And a 47 is a 2-point cross. Cooney stays in control. And we get the special. Let's see. Conditions are special. Nothing special. Nothing special, just a break in the action. So 15, Cooney loses control. Cobb does not get it. Cooney, no. Cobb, yes. 53, clinching. Man, he cannot get anything in there. 13, he loses control. And 8, Cooney gains control. 45 is clinching. Stays in control. 21 is punches landed. And a 30 is 2-point hook. So he loses control. Cobb cannot gain it. Cooney, no. Cobb, no. Cooney, no. Cobb, no. Cooney, yes. Foul. 17 is not going to be a foul. It's just keep fighting. Loses control. Cobb, yes. 57, clinching. Keeps control. 2 in a row. 11, so he lands a punch. 17 is 3-point hook. Cobb loses control. Cooney, yes. Foul. No foul on a random number 10. Or result. Actually, we're looking at the random number 44. I kept looking at the random number. Still no foul though. 44. Keep the punches up. Keeps control. 38 is punches missed. Keeps control. 55 is clinching. Keeps control. 12 is punches landed. And a 60 is 2-point combination. Keeps control. And a 3 is a possible knockdown. We get a 6. So it's going to be a 4-pointer. 13, he loses control. Cobb cannot gain it. Cooney, no. Cobb, no. Cooney, yes. 41 is punches missed. So the end of round 5 is 10-3 in points. 10-3. So it makes him a 16 and a 60. Cobb is just not scoring very many points here, obviously. So a 7-point differential. High score wins around 10-9. So there's a look at the scorecard so far, the official scorecard. Round number 6. I keep a D6 on top of this one because I have to keep it separate. Because it's an additional deck. So Cooney starting out, the 46, clinching. And he keeps control. 62 is ring movement. They stay in the center. 9. Cooney is in control still. 56, clinching. Loses control. Cobb gains control. 77, ring movement. Far ropes. Cobb gets Cooney backed up for the first time in the bout. So he'll get a +2, and he's now an 11. But he loses control. Naturally. Cooney, 3, gets it. An 11. Punches landed. 78 is a 2-point uppercut. Loses control. Cobb gains it. Possible foul. And 51. And I apologize there. I lost my feed or my connection to my camera because I switched around looking for the real foul table there. So Cobb he's an 11. He keeps control. And an 18 his punches landed. 46. 46 is going to be a 2-point cross. Does he keep control? No. Cooney does. And a 47 is clinching. Cooney keeps control. 27. Punches landed. An 18 is going to be a 3-point hook. Cooney still in control. 7. Punches landed. 36. 3-point cross. Cooney loses control. Cobb gains it. And random number 80 is going to be ring movement. Far ropes. That's where they are. Far ropes. Cobb keeps control. 42 is missed punch. 14 he loses control. Cooney gains it. No, Cooney does not. Hold on, yeah, Cooney does not. Cobb does with a 6. 78, ring movement. Back to the center ring they go. And 8, Cobb will keep control on an 8. 65, clinching. Loses control. Cooney, no. Cobb, yes. 52 is clinching. 13, Cobb loses control. Cooney, no. And Cobb gets control, but that's the end of the round. Every time Cobb gets control, it's like a high number, it seems like. So it's an 8-2. Favor of Cooney, 8-2. So it drops him down to an 8. And a 58 for Cooney, as he is not even breathing hard. So it's a 6-point. We'll check the judges. Pull a card out here. Low score, high score, high score. So one judge actually Judge 1 is going to give that to Cobb. Don't ask me why I do things the way I do. That's just the way it happens. So there you go. Round number 7. We'll take a timeout and I'll shuffle and we'll come back with round 7. All right, round 7. Ready to go. Gerry Cooney with a 3, and he comes out, runs across the ring, and pops. Checks Cobb with a possible knockdown. 17. Cobb's a 0, though. He's tough. So it's a 5-pointer right off the get-go. Killer instinct. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 cards for Cooney, and we'll go straight to the random numbers. 17 is punches landed. And a 50. 50 is a 2-point cross. 61 is ring movement. Far ropes. 66 is ring movement. Far ropes. 33 is punches landed, because you had 4 from Cobb's defense. And it's a 79, so it's going to be a 2-point uppercut. So Cooney, with the +2 to his control factor of 10, it makes him a 12, so he does keep control. And a 38, punches missed. 3, keeps control. 5, another possible knockdown. 15, again, is a 5-pointer. And Killer Instinct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. .26, punches landed. 48 is 2-point cross. So 32 is punches landed. 75 is going to be a 2-point uppercut. 11 is punches landed. 6 is a 2-point jab. And possible foul. I think it's a random number you get on the foul table. So it's not going to be a foul. That's what I'm going with. 12, and he will stay in control with he has Cobb up against the ropes. So a 77 is going to be ring movement, near corner. So moves him over to the near corner. 12, he'll stay in control. 60, ring movement, far corner. So bouncing all over the place, Cobb on the run. 3 is going to be in control. 10 is punches landed. 62 is 2-point combination. 6, he'll stay in control. 41 is punches missed. Finally, loses control. Cobb does gain control. And a 30, that'll be punches landed. You had 2 for Cooney's defense. Gives him a 30. And it's a 1-pointer. Partially blocked. 19, loses control. 11, Cooney gains control. And 11 is punches landed. And a 30. 30 is a 2-point hook. Possible cut. 4 for Cobb and a 54. 4 and a 54 is a D, so slight cut over the left eye. Cobb has a slight cut. I'm going to mark that down here. Slight cut left eye. So Cooney stays in control. 27, punches landed. 73 is a 2-point uppercut. Let's see, 26 or more. And he's 30 points, and well, actually, if he gets to here, it's a TKO. But we're running out of time in the round. 6, he's going to stay in control. And a 4, possible knockdown. 15. 15 is a 5. 26 and 5 is 31. So boom, that is a TKO with one card left. One card left in the round. Gerry Cooney wins by TKO with, like, the referee stops it. TKO. And it's fitting because Cooney was dominating. TKO right there, 7th round. 7th round TKO. Or 257. I guess you go that way. You go 49 cards because there's one left. So 257. TKO. Cooney was a dominating. It was a dominating performance, I should say. I'm going to see Cobb. He did win round 3 as far as the judges. That was his best round, 11 points. Still lost, technically lost. But when you're judging a boxing match, you're not always going to see it the same. Not everybody's going to see it the same. So that was a little different than I thought. I thought it would be a little closer. I don't know why. Cooney, I underestimated Cooney. I think he was a better fighter than I estimated. He did beat Ken Norton. Of course, Ken Norton was like 37 years old when they fought. I think his overall record was like 24-3. Cooney was. So, and Cobb was just not. I mean, he was just a slugger and a kind of a street fighter. Not really. Not technical at all. I mean, just relying on guts and instinct and toughness was the main thing for him. Really strong jaw, which was a good thing because he took a beating almost every fight. But yeah, I definitely underestimated Gerry Cooney, or overestimated Randal Cobb. But if you look at their cards, they're pretty similar. The cards are pretty similar. 7-7, that's their overall, kind of their overall look. And both sluggers, 10 or a 9 versus a slugger, and an 8 versus a slugger. Cobb's defense is a little worse, which did hurt. But his knockdown, he's 0. I guess that slight cut on the eye and then just taking a pounding through 7 rounds finally did it in. Gerry Cooney, the winner. So we may have Gerry Cooney take on somebody else, maybe a couple more fighters, and then we'll see if he can take on maybe Muhammad Ali or something like that. So that's going to do it for this one. I appreciate you guys joining me as always for some tabletop sports action. If you liked the video, please hit the thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed already, please hit the subscribe button and tap that bell. That'll give you notifications every time we put a video out. So that's going to wrap it up. Until next time, you guys have a great day. Take care, and God bless.